The theory of the chess openings, it is so well developed now that it seems it is impossible to find anything new during first 5, 10, 15 moves. Then you have to look for improvements from the move 16 or further on. Well, I remember, about 33 years ago, I was preparing for a match against Petrosyan. I was very proud. I have found something new on the move 4. I was very proud to just C4, E5, C4, E5, knight C3, knight F6, knight F3, knight C6, G3, knight D4. I was very proud to find this move, and many people followed my theoretical advice and played it. Okay, well, this is a rare exception, but to find anything, anything new, how difficult is that? So, okay, but if when I play something, what I played some time ago with one side, and now I play with the other side, so perhaps I feel it much better. And then some interesting ideas come into my mind. I played against Onishuk, and he has chosen so-called Leningrad system of the Dutch defense. I played it several years, in my childhood. So, I have some feeling. And now, it looks a little bit odd, but I will explain. I played this move. It looks a little bit odd, but the point is, when Black is playing the Dutch defense, he always tries to exploit the square E4. The square E4 belongs to Black, and on the base of the square, they develop their play. Develop his play, better to say. Okay. But if, say, to take this square from Black, what he will do? How he will feel himself? And so I played this move. The idea occurred to me about 20 years ago, or more than 20 years ago, and I played in the Lone Pine International Tournament in 1979, and I outplayed with this move. I outplayed William Lombardi, and in a very good position, I blundered and lost the game. And as a result, I pushed the idea away. Wrong. Now after 20 years, I decided to exploit, and I played several games and with practical success. And this game is one of those games with the new actually approach. White is trying to capture the whole center, not the part of it. More exactly, by the way, is Bishop E2, because Bishop G4 is more or less a threat, so Bishop E2 would be more exact. Okay. Here, there is also the move E5. and let's say if d5, then knight h5, black has good play because he has good initiative on the king's side. So, and well, perhaps there is something after taking on e5, taking the queen and bishop g5, some advantage. That needs, well, well, apart from knight d5, there is another move. Well, apart of bishop g5, there is another move. Knight d5 is also a move, and also with the idea to get some advantage. Yeah. Okay. Well, everything needs practice. I cannot say, well, even with the help of the computer, well, whether white has big advantage, small advantage, or no advantage at all. Okay, but my opponent tries something else. Well, he presumably the king's Indian defense is not in his repertoire, and he doesn't like the position similar to king Indian. Well, this is the square e5 belongs to black. It is obvious, and the bishop can be on that square, and king's knight, queen's knight. Well, on the other hand, it is only one square, and many pieces would like to occupy it and to settle themselves there. And that sometimes can be real, drawback of a position, when there's only one square and many pieces pretend to get it. Real drawback. And not everyone understands it. Okay. Well, this is an important point. King h1. Again, we started about the square e5. Apart from square e5, well, he doesn't have many squares for his pieces. So sooner or later, he is obliged to take on f3. And then I'm ready to take with the pawn. For that, the move king h1 had been played. Well, because I take with the pawn, then I will exploit the file G in order to organize assault against the black king. Okay, well, pawns move. Well, it's good. The pawns move ahead, but they don't move back. So he played h6. Okay, soon we will witness that it is a serious weakness of the king's side. Back. Well. By the way, yeah, it's okay. Here, he could, well, somewhere he could take on f3 and play e7, e5, I think. Well, maybe not. Okay. Well, it is obviously white has more space. Yeah. Well, and black just there on two ranks, well, and he has no coordination, so he needs very soon to take on f3. What he did, and played b5. Here, by the way, there are two moves. Well, for example, rook b1 is good, threatening to take on b5, and after c4, bishop e3, with some some advantage, because the pawn b5 is weak, and then after exchange pawn c4 will be weak. Okay, it is one possibility, and the other possibility that just to sacrifice an exchange. Knight takes b5. Well, after taking only one, first knight c7, and now rook takes. By the way, pawn h6 is hanging after knight e5 as the only reasonable move. Bishop h6 with a clear advantage to white. Well, I played f4, but it is also, well, it is also very logical. The file G is open. Well, white starts to an assault against the king. Rook g1 will happen, and so on. By the way, don't forget, well, h7, h6 was a dubious move. Now you will see it, yeah? Okay. Looks this move. Yeah, here he could try e7, e6, but then after knight takes b5, the position looks well, bad. After bishop a1, knight takes d6 is very strong, and well, looks awfully bad. So, and so in this, so it happened. The last move looks rather naive, especially for those who know the continuation of the game. Bishop d4, he, with his best piece protecting the king, he attacks my rook. Oh my God, I don't need this rook. I play e5, yeah. And so he is forced to take with a knight to e5. Otherwise he's lost. And now bishop f5, bishop d3, he must take here. Well, the advantage of white, well, white has some minimal material advantage. The advantage is that the king is not good protected, and the pawn D is very strong. Yeah, so in the game, white is playing for attack, yeah. Attacking h6. Well, here he played an obvious move. But this move was a losing move. Yeah. You see, the young players, they see very well their own tactics and don't notice what an opponent wants to play. Well, the opponent also has something up his sleeves. So let's say, so what he played, instead of playing that, instead of playing rook f3, he had to take on d6, and the variation goes as follows: knight f6, rook takes, rook a8, exclamation. If to take on e8, then queen f3 with perpetual check. So the only move is queen f4, and now either queen d5, rook g2, or rook e2. in both cases, well, was what or rook e2. Well, in both cases, White has to prove advantage of of his piece over black pawns. So instead he played rook f3, and now the next move was very simple for me. But not for young guy, well, who is grandmaster with a high ELO rating. Yeah. Everything is hanging. Well, well, black cannot take the pawn on e5 because of bishop c3. Yeah, because of bishop c3. So then, well, if so, he played rook d3. Now rook g6. Do you have any questions? Black resigned. Just in time, because rook d8 is threatening, and then the queen, and rook d2 is hanging. He resigned. Well, I consider it one more victory of spirit over matter. Well, and regarding difference in age, about 45 years. Yeah, it's a victory over of experience over talent. Yeah, okay.